And here we are. The drivers are lined up for the race start of the 20 minutes of soccer in Bahrain. They approach the start-finish line. And the green lights are out. Aggressive start from fourth place, Wazowski in the red and white number 31 Team WRT BMW. Diving up the inside for the whole shot. Aggressive move from Greca. And Wazowski makes his way past the pole sitter. Greca is wide. Looks like some contact with the fourth placed Davis in the number 88 BMW. Greca goes off track. And Greca is diving up the inside of Davis. Manages to hold his position. Up at the front, Wazowski has already made up about a 5 or 6 car length lead as the chasing pack comes into a sharp corner. That's contact. That's contact between the number 59 McLaren and the blue Aston Martin, the only Aston Martin on the grid. See if there's any damage. Again, another aggressive move from the number 59. Looks like he's being held up by second place Dusty Trail. Davis takes the opportunity of a slow getaway out of the sharp corner. Does he consolidate third place? He does. And it's this section of the track where we've seen a lot of speed from Davis. And Davis gets rear-ended by Greca. The corner speed of that McLaren is generally higher than any of the other cars on the grid. And something Greca just needs to keep in check. So, Wazowski leads, taking an inside defensive line, preventing any dive bombs coming up the inside. And looked like that was an attempt at a move from Davis. Trail holds him off. And the ensuing three riders behind, or drivers behind Wazowski, have made up a few car lengths. Davis taking an inside line, trying to get a run into this tricky decreasing radius left-hander. No room for him there. But the two do appear to be slowing each other up. And Wazowski has stretched out a little bit of a lead once again. Davis looks at a move, not quite close enough. Wazowski moves to the inside once again, protecting himself from a move up the inside. Davis with a dive. Blocks Trail's line. Will he get him on the inside? No, he doesn't. Another big passing opportunity here. Trail moves to the inside. Will he outbrake himself? Only just. Davis comes back on the inside with just a car width at the apex. Both cars taking a lot of curb, trying to maximize the amount of speed coming through that fast chicane. Davis looks to have the upper hand right now. That looks like a spin for Greca in the background. A notable movement up the field is the number 60 Mercedes of Jay Giga, who's come from all the way down in 17th and is currently running in 6th rather. And you could just see him in the top picture of your screen, but by far the fastest car on the course right now. At the front, Wazowski has pulled out just over a second lead, but that is dropping with Davis, who seems to be pulling trail with him up to the fight for first. Doesn't look like trail close enough for a move. Davis has consolidated second place for now. Oh, and just as I say that, trail goes for a dive, but runs it very wide. And that has given Davis even more breathing room. Back in the battle for 5th, we can see started 17th, currently running in 6th position, Jay Giga. Making his way through the field. Looked like some contact with Vistano in front. Back at the front, Davis still hunting down Wazowski. Trail just starting to lose touch with the leading two. The gap now from first to second within a second. Looking at our timing screens, Jay Giga has made his way up to 4th, past Vistano and Boitelet. Davis has made up some ground on Wazowski and looks to be closing rather quickly. Made up a lot of time there. It's in these fast flowing corners that we see Davis make up quite a bit of ground. Goes for the move and the touch. Pretty significant content. Wazowski literally boxes him out, pushing him to the edge of the track. 2-3 hits there. Davis holds the inside line and takes over first place. He came from quite a long way back, and it didn't look like Wazowski liked that. Wazowski moves to the inside. Can he hold the line? It looks like he can. Davis has a tighter exit. Looks like he has a better run into the final corner. Davis goes wide. Wazowski defending on the inside. Trying to go around the outside. Ooh, big slide. That was a big slide from Davis. That probably cost him some time down the straight. He moves in behind Wazowski's defensive line down the middle of the track. Coming out wide. Tries to go around the outside but can't make it work. And looming in the background, we see the blue Aston Martin of Trail coming back into this fight. And at the top of your picture, you see Jay Giga. Once again, came from 17th, now running in 4th, and looks to have the pace to catch up with this leading pack. Davis, trying to go around the outside of this small corner. Not enough room. Wazowski chops off his front end. Wazowski defending. Davis on the better line. Will he get the run? And more contact. Davis holding real tight. Boxes Wazowski almost off the track. I can't tell if there was contact or not there. It looked like there might have been. And Trail is now back in this fight for the win. This has been where Davis has been the fastest. Can he make enough of a gap to get away from Wazowski? By the way these two have driven, you know that when the move comes, not if, there will be some rubbing. Trail looking aggressive coming out of the final corner. Potentially a slide there. Lost a bit on his run, and Jay Giga is now from 17th in the fight for the lead. Davis defends. Nothing Wazowski could do about it. Wazowski thinks about a dive, not enough room. Trail runs slightly wide. That's allowed Jay Giga to get right up behind him. Oh, and contact between the Aston Martin and the Mercedes. Jay Giga runs into the back of Trail's Aston Martin. Davis is starting to clear out, and number 31, Wazowski, has made up about a car length, but I would say he's still under some pressure from these following two cars. Trail making up quite a bit of time through that fourth gear. Left-hander. Trail hit once again. Wazowski is off track, and he comes back into track and rams the blue Aston Martin. That was a big hit. You have to imagine both of those cars will be suffering some damage. In the battle for second, Jay Giga easily moves past. And trail in the blue and white Aston Martin looked like he was braking quite early. Sure hope that car isn't too badly damaged from the impact with Wazowski coming back on track. Jay Giga now from 17th up into 2nd, and with pace that looks like he might be able to fight for a win. It will be close on time, but he has made short work of the field and is now hunting down number 88, leading the race. Little bit of a mistake, running off track for second position. But looking at our timing boards, it will be no time at all until he's caught up right on the back wheels of Davis in first place. Looking at the timing charts of Trail's Aston Martin, he's running about 2 seconds a lap slower than his race pace prior. So you have to imagine that there is some damage to the car. And coming out of turn 1, we saw a slide from Davis, maybe struggling for grip. Jay Giga in the number 60 Mercedes has caught right up, and he is right in the number 88 Mustang's rearview mirror. He's got a full face full of Mercedes. Giga going for the faster line, really opening up the turn. Davis would have sacrificed some speed on the defense like that. Giga maximizing every inch of the racetrack. Davis protecting the inside line. But strap yourselves in, folks, because we are in for a mighty final lap. White flags are out. And this is quite the showdown. Davis moves defensively, blocks the inside line. Forces the number 60 Mercedes wide. Protects the inside into turn 2. Is Giga going to be close enough here? No. Doesn't even try a move. In this section, we've seen him get quite close. Davis making that car as wide as possible. Giga maximizing the track limits. Trying to get the best drive possible. Do we have a dive coming in this left onto the back straight? No. Giga, happy to follow. Giga thinks about a move. That's a big slide. The Mustang fishtailing around. Giga is not able to capitalize on Davis out of control car. Davis blocks another big slide. Those tires must be on the brink. He manages to maintain and get a good run down this last straight before the final corner. Does Giga have anything for him? Davis moves to the inside and takes the checkered flag. In third place, Dusty Trail nurses his Aston Martin home for a podium. And in fourth, the number 31 of Wazowski manages to make it home in front of a close and ensuing pack after leading for much of the race.